in Brazil is the biggest platform and one of the biggest platforms for transactions, right? Where people really make deals. They talk to WhatsApp and make deals. An example, I'm a sales manager and my director want to see the report of lead conversion. I can just click there, create a report and send by cell phone. And the team talks with the clients all the time and then talk to the clients, right? So you understand like, hey, what do you want to see first? What do you want to, like, what's important for you?
Hey guys, I'm Alex. I am the content marketing strategist here at Produktiv. And I'm here with the team from Leadfy who are going to run us through a little product demo and we can figure out what it's all about. So you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves and introduce the product? We can get right into it.
Sure. My name is Aurélio. I'm the CEO of the company and founder. Leadfy is a MarTech, a marketing technology company that generate ads for car dealers, but right now we are also working with real estate companies. We are running a few MVPs and they are going really well. The idea is to read the portfolio of online products of the client in the website. It can be cars, apartments, houses, whatever. And then we turn that into ads automatically, multi-platform. So we can show that on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Google. The idea is to attract using the information of the product, the right lead for that specific product, and every single, client for the product is going to see a very specific ad. So we can show that, and they can see it, and we attract them to the website, and we can convert them as a lead for the seller to show the product, invite for a visit or whatever they have to do to sell it. But it's not just that. We did a lot of other things. Right now we have a conversational intelligence that can pre-qualify the lead, can talk to this lead in the website, but connected with the inventory and also connected with the remarketing campaign. So if Alex, you go to the website from a campaign and start to talk with the intelligence and say, hey, I want a car like until like $30,000, is gonna go to the inventory, find the cars, and show I have this option, which one is the best for you. And when we understand which car you wanted, when you go to Instagram, we're gonna make remarketing of that car for you. So we connected the conversation to the inventory with the web campaigns and everything. So pretty much the idea is to show to make easier for sellers to sell in a field, that the online field, that sometimes they don't have the the hands or the knowledge to do it automatically. So they spend a lot of money or effort to convert leads, and we can do it faster and better. Another thing is, I think that was one of the first things I showed to you guys when we were in Canada, was the attribution of the lead. We can show that the lead came from a specific campaign in this specific platform and converted in the website as a form, as a WhatsApp conversation or a phone call, whatever. So we can show all the journey and the product, which gives a lot of data for the seller to approach the lead and talk to them. So that's this cycle. Another thing that we just launched last week is that we are able right now to deliver the lead real time on WhatsApp for the seller. So we generate the lead, we push that to the dashboard with all the data, we push to the CRM, whatever CRM they are using, but we also can show in a smartwatch if they have WhatsApp, or in the on the cell phone. Why is that? Especially for our country, Brazil, or for countries as Canada that have like a big immigrant base, they use a lot of WhatsApp for negotiations and businesses. It's a real thing, and like we are running MVP in Miami with a real estate agency. Is the same behavior, especially if you're talking about Latin American immigrants and African immigrants. They use a lot of WhatsApp, and in Brazil is the biggest platform and one of the biggest platforms for transactions, right? Where people really make deals. They talk to WhatsApp and make deals. So if I can deliver this lead in the hand, in the phone, in the WhatsApp, enabling the seller to talk straight away with the possible client, with the lead, I think we'd make things faster. So the idea is like we can take all the cars, apartments, whatever, we can show online to the right person, bring, attracts them to the website, or making lead ads or whatever forms or whatever strategy we can use. And this lead is gonna come to us, and we can pre-qualify them in the web, in the intelligent conversation. But we also can show all the journey, all the data, and we can deliver this lead in an email, in the CRM, or in the cell phone with a WhatsApp message. So I think we're improving a lot the platform since we left Canada last year with all things we learned in Sol and everything. We are in a process to understand our product, right? I think we are still in product market fit. We are in PMF. Even if we have a okay client base, we are growing and everything. But I understand that our top clients, they have marketing teams. And for them, that's very important. So when I see if I divide my clients in top 1, 2, 3, and you understand that the top 1 are the biggest tickets, more infrastructure, marketing teams to understand what we do or to hire us, they understand a lot. These clients, they stay longer with us. They don't leave so maybe our ICP looks for that when you talk about corporations, when you are selling for a corporation. Because right now, what's happening in Brazil, we are talking with big banks, we are talking with big companies, and those guys care about that. And because they have teams to look at. If you talk about a small seller or a small real estate agency or agent or independent agent or a small vehicle store, whatever, they probably not gonna look at that, but they really want the lead. What they want is the lead, the contact, the phone, the email, whatever. But I think the possibility that we can show that it's very important for us to show how complex things we do, how complex is the process. But at the same time, when you talk of big tickets, those guys care. And I think our ICP in this journey is going up for these guys. And I think with this kind of information, we give them a lot of material to work. If I understand your behavior and I know what platform you came from and I know what car you wanted, everything, if I have all this data, it's much easier to approach you and talk to you, understand, and make a deal. And so if they can look into this kind of information, they have way more data to negotiate. And I think that's the beauty of attribution, because you understand the journey and it's easier to approach the client in the process. The thing is, if you look how online marketing changed the last 3 or 4 years, let's talk about after COVID. There's a lot of things you need tech people to do in this world that a regular agency cannot do anymore. Let's talk about codes for GTM4 from Google, codes for tags, codes to connect all this data. You are connecting through APIs in these platforms, and you can read all information and you can push this information. It's not just easy anymore, because I think it's 4 years ago you can go inside Google or Facebook and you can make everything by hand, right? You can just push, you can set a campaign by hand, you can just click things, say the public and everything. These kind of things today is it's over, it's old, it's hard, it's a lot of exercise, it's a lot of, you need to push a lot of, you need to do a lot to have some kind of result. And if you don't have some codes connect with that, it's very hard. You cannot attribute that just open Facebook business or open a Facebook dash and setting up an account. You need to do way more than that to have all these attributions set in. So I think it's appealing for marketing teams with our platform is how easier we make for them to see what they cannot see, because he was a online strategist, but he doesn't know how to code, and he probably cannot do it. It's how marketing is changing for engineers right now. That's the crazy shit. Marketing is changing. You're talking about prompts, engineers, codes, and it's not just about setting up campaigns inside the platform. Like you can do it, but there is way more you can do it connected with the platform coding, and that's something that a regular, social media strategist or online ad strategist cannot do by himself or herself. I think that's the main difference for what is coming to online marketing.
And I also think like is a little bit more than this. I was having a lunch with Aurélio yesterday, and we are talking about the old way to do marketing. Like you have a marketing team, you have a sales team, and now we are talking about the revenue. Everything's about revenue. Like when you connect the marketing with the sales team in the same department, that's something that Leadfy is aiming for. Like help
Yeah.
people with like marketing, sales, and technology
Yeah,
in the same.
like I could experience, like I could see some of these big companies, and marketing and sales are not connected, and I think they should, because we are talking about like one thing I saw last week. I was at Startup Summit Brazil. I was in this presentation with André over there, and the guy was selling, hey, um, people talk about marketing, people talking about sales, but they need to talk about revenue. And 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 if you're talking about revenue, how to create revenue, we need to understand that online marketing is getting way more complex. And if you want to connect sales with revenue and marketing, you need to have tech. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see the data. You cannot connect the dots, and I think that's a big change. And we talk about it a lot. Like, how can we be closer to the sales process, and how can we be closer to to this revenue point of view? Because that's the thing. There is how do you guys call ads? It's ad spend. It's money going out. How can you calculate the money coming in? And it's kind of obvious. Like if you talk about sales and marketing, but it's not, because people don't look that way. It's revenue. You need to create revenue, and the clients just see the value of Leadfy when they see the money getting in. They are selling deals, and I think when we show that it's the journey of the lead, I'm showing the journey of the money. And if you can connect with the revenue, it's if you're a good manager, or you have like some kind of understanding, you're gonna see value on that. Like I think that's how we see that. Justin, I don't know if it's I always say that I don't know if it's the right way, but that's how we understand that things should be. We do have a digital market agency for car dealers and car brands in Brazil. It's more than 10 years running it. It's called C7 Auto from Brazil. And in 2021, after COVID, we started to get some independent dealers as clients, right? Used car clients, and it was a mess, because the guy have 50 cars in the inventory, but they send you 10 to advertise. But when you advertise, they already sold 5, and it's like one of the cars, the client quit and don't want anymore. So it's kind of a mess. And one thing is like, why he picked this specific 10 cars? It's just because it was in the list. There's not a process for that. It's just like, take these 10 cars and push it, and you put ads on that, and it's messy when you work as an agency for this process, and you are suffering on that. We were looking for how can we make it like easier, because those guys actually are small businesses, and they don't have a huge team. They have like sometimes the owner, 2 sellers, and 3 or 4 people in the team, and they need to open the store, clean the cars, and it's small businesses in general. Even in Canada, I've been some of the companies, and it's small. The guy has like 30 cars, 50 cars, 100 cars. It's not like a huge company. They don't have all the departments as like I could say like Chevrolet or Stellantis. It's just small and simple. So how can I make it easier for them and easier for us as a advertisement provider to make it in a different way? So André and set up like a small lab inside the company and developed a product. But in the end of 2022, we had like more than 40 clients using the product, and we decided last year, like in January last year, that that's not a product, that's a business. So we came up with the name, we came up with the plan, the logo, everything. In April last year, we launched Leadfy as an independent company with its own team and all the specifics to run as an independent company. And from there, our life became like crazy, and everything happens too fast, because like 2 months later I was in Canada and Techstars and in San Francisco, and now this year we are just like top 100 in the country, and like everything was very fast. But that was the pain. Like, dealer, how can I make it easier for them in a way that they don't need to change any process? So the only thing they need to do is update the website, and that's the only thing that they do if they want to exist on the internet. They keep like a updated website. That's basic, that, like, it's the basic. So you do the basic, I can run for you. If you update your website with the prices in the car and the cars you have, the inventory, nice pictures, whatever, I can use that. So that was the appeal for them, because they do. I don't need to do anything. No, we're just gonna receive the lead. That's why, like, another thing that we just delivered, I told you, like, to deliver the lead on the WhatsApp, that's a big thing for them, because I'm talking about the same guy, 3 guys in the store doing the whole thing, talking to banks, talking to clients, open the store, clean the cars, taking care of everything. So if they receive the lead in the WhatsApp just to start a conversation or call the guy, it's way more easier for them. So how can we make easier for them to sell products? So and in Canada, a lot of the mentors talk to us like, hey, why don't you go to real estate? Because I think it's the same pain for them. And we went to real estate, and they were right, because it's an expensive thing, especially in Toronto. I'm not talking about it in the record, but it's very expensive, and they have the same challenge. Another challenge, Justin, is like, if you have 100 cars, you cannot push 100 ads. It's too expensive. It's too expensive, so that's why they select like 10 or 20. And if you want to push 100 specific ads for inventory, it's a lot, takes a lot of time. It's, if you go into Facebook and set up each campaign, everything for all the products, so they cannot do it by themselves. That's when the tech side gets in and make it easier. So we can push that, we can connect with the clients, we can attract the clients, and most of those guys, they just want the lead. They want to sell it. They just want the name. They want the telephone, and so they can call and make some deals, because they are good in selling. They're very good. Our clients are very good in selling. They know how to sell, but they just don't know how to fit in this new economy or world. So I think we make the lives easier. And the ones who know how to fit, they want to fit better, so we can make them improve the game, right? So you can use technology that can be competitive with like auto dealer or whatever big website you have in your area, so you can really show your product and attract to your own website, where the data is all yours, and you don't need to share with other sellers the inventory. So the thing that I talk a lot of André and the other team is like, we are Leadfy. We need to deliver the lead, whatever the lead needs to be. And that's the idea. If we create the lead, we generate the lead, we track the lead, we need to deliver the lead, whatever it's best for the client. So we can connect with Salesforce. Yeah, we can do, like in Brazil, we connect like 32 CRMs. Fuck it, we don't care. We just do it. It takes some time to connect, but we just do it. We just deliver it, because I don't use CRM. I'm gonna send you an email. fuck it. You're gonna get the lead to make business. Okay, don't worry. It's hard for me to open my email. I'm gonna deliver it on your cell phone, and there is no way easier on that. So there is clients that use the 3 platforms. There is some ones that just use email or use CRM, whatever. I think the mission, and that's something that we just understand like recently. It's not to generate the lead itself, it's to deliver the lead in the right hand of the client so they can deal with and make deals. And so I think that's very important. And just for you to understand, like, we create the attribution process on the lead because we understood that can generate value in our product. But I think the most value of the product is to deliver the lead. And that's a big change. It's like, that's not the way I used to see that last year. An example, when I first met you. But now I understand, man, we need to put the lead in the right hand. And that's our obligation as a company that sells lead generation. So we need to, we need to give it back in the best way. So if there is like another way to do it that's easier for the client, we're gonna do it, and that's what we're looking for right now. So whatever ways we can plug the lead to the client, we're gonna do it because that's where the client sees value. Can you imagine like a guy who runs a 30-car store that works with his mom or his wife, and he delivers the leads he receives the leads every day in his own cell phone. He sees the value. He's making business. He can see what we are delivering, and I think that's how important we are looking like for this thing right now. Like, Leadfy needs to deliver the lead. That's something we are like, hamming here every day. I asked André to show the new UX. There's a promise that I made for you. We didn't implement yet because there was a lot of things happening, but that's the next step. But I think there is a lot of things coming that's going to be really cool. We don't want to be just in like a CRM, but I want to be like a lead generation and lead manager place, so they can know everything's going on and make it easier for them to see and understand what's going on in the lead flow. So André, can you like show the screen step by step, so I can go through with Justin and we can show. So this first screen here, let's start from the beginning. I think so you can see layer by layer in the product. We made a change in the logging with 2 factors logging. That's basic things that we didn't look before, right? So because we're just building the product and all, it's safer, it's better. He can receive it's another thing, he can receive the code for logging on WhatsApp right now, and or on email. First we made by email, but we understood that the dealers don't use email. Like, they're old school guys, they just use the cell phone. So let's deliver the code on WhatsApp, and that it was really cool because people are using it. Next screen. So that's I'm sorry guys, that's in Portuguese, okay, but you can understand the numbers. We didn't translate yet, so it's just like the place. So here we have the most important data. One thing it's nice, this number you see like 95% is the relevance of Leadfy in the lead generation from the website of the client. So the first number he sees like how relevant we are in the lead generation in his website, which is really cool. You can see up there total leads, right? The number of leads we generate for him. That's the first screen. And you can see basic, like, that's the lead. You can see more interest because our system can see, hey, those are the products that people are interacting more in our campaigns. You can filter by products or categories. It's pretty close, the translation over there. And here you can see the most interested leads and the most recent leads. You can filter that. So you can see the last leads, you can see the ones who got more interactions in campaigns, so probably hotter leads. Well, you can see your, budget on Google, real time. You can see your budget on Facebook, real time. You can see cost per conversion. You can see the channels of conversion: WhatsApp, Maps, contacts, forms. So we can take some decisions. So the idea here is like, if I'm a manager in a car company or in a real estate company or whatever, I can just take a look at that and see the most important things. How many leads, the less leads. I can see an overview of everything's happening in the process. And we have a funnel over there that's impressions, clicks, and interest and conversion, right? You can see like numbers of impressions, numbers of clicks, and people who are, interacting with after these clicks with the company. So can you show the TV mode? Is that the TV mode, André?
Yeah.
Yeah, because why? Yeah, so why we insert the TV mode? Because we understand that that's a dashboard I want to open 24/7 inside the company. I want the client to use our dashboard as a monitor of the marketing operation for lead generation in his company. And dealers love dashboards, so they love this BI shit. They like this stuff. So it's not just because of that, but I think it's useful for them to see, because sometimes I'm gonna bring back my agency experience. I have a dealer of a big company calling me to know how much they have on Google. That's stupid. Like, you don't need to call me, just see there. How many leads I have this month, you can just see in the. So all the most important information we understand talking to clients is here for them to see. I think that the most important thing was to talk with our team to understand their point of view, which is important because the team talks with the clients all the time and then talk to the clients, right? So you understand, like, hey, what do you want to see first? What do you want to, what's important for you? Which data? And also, we understand in the actual dashboard, we can understand in our actual dashboard what is going on. So our dev can say, hey, those are the datas that people are interacting more in our dashboard nowadays. So we took that and we transpassed that to the dashboard. So let's see what people are looking more, because some of those numbers we already have in our dashboard, so the actual dashboard. So which ones people are clicking the most, are interacting the most, and then we talk to the clients to understand what's best for them to manage, right? So that's what André showed you is the TV mode, and that's the right now is the regular mode. It's pretty close, but we now have number of products in the inventory here, 25. The median ticket price of the cars, which is really cool. You can see the average price of my inventory is $39,000, an example, just to see. And you have, in the other side, some other products we can sell, like, hey, prospect chat, which is our intelligent conversation. Yeah, do TikTok ads as a add-on for the product and everything. So here is probably the dash that they're gonna explore a little bit. It's not the TV mode, but it's the same data with a few things more, so he can just use in the computer, right? Can you move forward, André? Cool. And I think that's the most, that's the nicest thing we have in the dash, which is the lead dash. So you have here the lead list. You can click over there, leads from the website. You can see leads from the ads, leads from website, leads from the prospect chat, and all the leads. You can see all the data. So you can see opportunities generation. You can see day of the month with more opportunities. You can see comparison with the 3 last months, which is really important. Okay, clients ask to compare how many leads you had in the 3 last months, and because we did a lot of reports for clients, and they always ask for comparison, not just with the last month, but the quarter, right? So that's a quarter comparison, and the city with more conversion in the geo area that we are setting the campaigns, right, for them. If you go to the lead list, you can see the origin and start the attribution, right? Leadfy, Google campaign from Leadfy, Victoria the name, the email, the telephone, and everything. So if you click in the lead, you go for a, that's something that we don't have. That's until there we do have today, but that's the next step, right? You can see all the lead background that we collected: name, email, cell phone, origin, numbers of conversions with the client, product that the client interacted. So we can see like a timeline with the history of the lead with the campaigns, and you can see all the data. You can see that on February 17th he liked the Frontier attack, but like 2 months later she's looking for a Hilux, so we understood that she didn't buy the car yet, so she's still looking for that. In the other side of this screen, you can see something very nice, which is insights. I can say that's the opportunity with more interactions of all your leads in this month. She likes a Frontier, but she already interacted with a Hilux. The channel that she uses a form. She got 5 conversions, 3 forms, 2 contact by phone. She left 2 different emails, and your contacts were made in the last 10 days. Her contacts were made in the last 10 days, so the opportunity is still hot. And then you can use like a script. So based on the insights we provide using artificial intelligence connected with the data we created from the lead, we create a copy automatically, so you can copy and send an email, send to WhatsApp, whatever. Hey Victoria, I'm from this store, I'm happy to talk to you. I understood that you love 2 fantastic cars, and besides that I have these other 2 cars that are very close to your taste, and we are how can we book a visit for you to test drive the cars and understand which car is better for you, like in person, everything. So give all the information that sometimes the seller don't see by himself, because everybody provides data, but when you connect that, giving insights, and you create a copy based on that, that's amazing. And then we push for the next screen, which is performance. We can see Google, Facebook separated by performance, conversions, kinds of conversions, what Leadfy means in the operation with the conversions in the website. So, and then we can move for the next screen. And if you want to share this information with someone in the company, or that we're working, if you can generate like a cell phone report automatically that you can push. Like an example, I'm a sales manager and my director want to see the report of lead conversion. I can just click there, create a report, and send by cell phone, and they can see in a website screen, in a cell phone screen, sized and everything, featured the information he generate, but he can use the QR code, whatever, to click or use it to go to the main dashboard and see the other data. So I think in resume, that's where we are going right now with Leadfy. And there is some of the features we launched that are not with the new platform yet, but we're gonna bring here. And that's the look and feel of the platform when it's gonna be in the cell phone. So pretty much it. I think it's gonna be a very nice step to when we bring this new UX to life. I think we need to stay connected with the potential of the product, and if you're building a SaaS that can be used by dealers, real estate agencies, or online sellers, whatever they sell, it's something that we can really look for, because I think that's the way that you grow and you escalate. So it been a few months that there is none in the platform, anything that we talk about cars. We talk now about products. So in a way that whatever I put there, whatever market, they can use it. The beautiful thing is, like, we are working a few real estate agencies, and we didn't change the product anything. We just like plug them, and it's working, it's running, and that's nice because sometimes you need to trust your gut, and our gut say, hey, we can go for the markets and we can deliver results. You know, you can deliver, I was saying, revenue, and if you make a platform that can be good enough to work in any market, I think we achieved the goal. We start with cars because that's the market that we know better, we understand better, we can grow. But when we went to real estate, it didn't change much, right? They need to sell, they need leads, they need to understand the attribution, they need to get the leads on the CRM or on a cell phone. They have products, they cannot push all the products at the same time. They don't have the budget. Maybe like we are working with a real estate agency in São Paulo. They have 1,200, you know, like apartments, houses, whatever. It's a lot, and they, even if they have the budget, they cannot do it, and they don't know how to do it. So I think we felt the same way when we saw the first big car client. So and I think it pushes us to a way more complex but better future, because we are talking about whatever listing product you have online, we can push using our technology and bring all the things we can do. So I think that's a future step, but we are right now, I can tell I'm pretty confident to go to real estate, and the results we are having, the first results with the first clients, seems that everything's working as we thought. So I think it's good. It's hard because we are not connected in the market. We don't know people in real estate market. So the thing is, like, it's funny, but it's harder to Leadfy to find leads to Leadfy in the real estate world, but we can find leads for a client in the real estate world. So I think that's the challenge. Is it's more to set up a funnel to attract clients, not because of the platform. We are just talking yesterday with André about, like, when we had the agency, for some reason we understood that to have a tech team was important at the time, like 10 years ago, and that was really good for us because we could deliver things that others couldn't. But I think now some of the players are understanding that they need to move to this side. So we start to seeing stuff around, not the same, different ways. They are start to work with APIs. They didn't, most of the agents didn't work with APIs. You start to hear stuff that it was not that regular. And those guys, they are going the right way. They are looking for where things are going right now. Like, if I can, use the API to make it easier for my client to advertise, I should, right? So, and if I can create like we did, a software or a platform, whatever, to make it way easier, you should. So I think the market is starting to understand that. In US, I saw way more companies working that, different stages, different things, or different kind of products. I think there are like, it's not that many. They still have the traditional ones, but I saw a lot of very, like, the attribution thing. The first time I saw was in Dallas last year. There was a company specialized for the car dealers to generate attribution, and was looks like a Excel sheet, right? So it was very ugly, but it was very good, the data. So like, people are working on that. People are understanding that things are changing for this. We build our own dashboard as an agency, so the manager or the director could see the data we were generating easier, so they can have some, they are the decision makers of the company, so they need to see that. So how can I make something that's perfect for them to manage? So if you just, like, there is a stage in the agency process that I felt like as a agency owner before I have a startup, right? Be a founder and everything. It's as an agency, you always start using shit for other companies. You always have like dashboards from this company, from dashboards. You use connections or APIs from the market, but there is a stage you want to play that you need to build your own things, because that's going to be the differential if you want to go to the next step. So most of the agencies I know, they just pay for a lot of stuff. They have like many, it's okay, they use that, they use like a lot of stuff to interact with the client. They have a platform to show dashboards, they have a platform, but they pay for that, or they use third-party products. But what I see for the future in the agency world is agencies building their own solutions for the market,